So if we consider number 5, they say determine the number of terms in this sequence that will be exactly divisible by 5. So after doing this, when you come and do exactly divisible by 3. So we're going to change it. Now, as an activity, after doing this one, I want you to do exactly the ones which are divisible by 3. So yeah, as I said, they don't want all the terms here. If you are to calculate all the terms, we can do that. Let's start by calculating all the terms. Agree we have the first term as 5. And then the second term it's 1. And then if we say this 2, if we say this 2, they give us minus 4. Meaning which we are going to tell them which Tn is going to be equaling to 5 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 4. And then you have 5 minus 4n plus 4. And then it says which you have minus 4n plus 9. Now, if you are to calculate how many terms are in this series, you'll put this thing here. You'll take this and then you'll put it here. If you wanted to know how many terms are there, I agree we've been doing that before. So that will be straightforward. But now we are no longer interested in all of them. We just want the ones which are divisible by 5. So people who are divisible by 5, you can't count all of them. You simply count the ones which are going to be divisible by 5. So to go from term number 1 to term number 2, what did they do? They subtracted 4 again. So you write 5. 5 is divisible by 5. We take it. 1, we don't take it. It's not divisible by 5. 3, minus 3, we don't take it. It's not divisible by 5. Okay. Minus 7. Again, if you say minus 3, minus 4, it gives us what? Minus 7. Minus 7 is not divisible by 5. Minus 11 is not divisible by 5. Okay. But minus 15 is divisible by 5. So this is going to be your second term on the people which are divisible by 5. Out of all the people here, not all of them are divisible by 5, but minus 15 is divisible by 5. So what is the first term which is divisible by 5? It's term number, it's 5 again. What is the second term which is divisible by 5? It's minus 15. Are we together then? Now, where are you going to end? You are going to end at minus 4187 again. So you have minus 4187. Is minus 4187 divisible by 5? How do you know? You come here and then you do this. You say minus 4187 divide by 5. If it gives you something like this, a fraction is not divisible by 5. So if when we're going forward, we minus, when we go backwards, when we do this, we should do what? Add. And then you come and say, okay, plus 4. If you say plus 4, it's not divisible by 5. Okay. So in other words, this is what you're going to do. You're going to have minus 4187 plus 4. This is the answer. You divide it by 5. You check which is divisible by 5. It's not. After that, you got minus 4183. Minus 4183. Is this divisible by 5? No. And then the other thing that you should know about divisible by 5, you will see the number at the end, it should be 5. Or it should be 0. It can be 5 or 0. You will see that. So if you go here, what you get? Plus. It's minus 4179 again. You can see it doesn't end with a 5 again. It's not divisible by 5. You go to the next one. Minus 4175. It ends with a 5 again. It's divisible by 5. Just like if I say, give me all the numbers which are divisible by 2, they should end with a 2 or a 0. Are we together there? So in here, you can come and update and say, okay, my series should end with minus 4175. Now, this is your new series. You forget about the old one. This one, you cancel it. It doesn't work anymore. Because that one, it has the people who are divisible by 5 and the people who are not divisible by 5. So when you want only the people who are divisible by 5, okay? So if you take this series and then you forget about that one, it needs to have its own common difference. So TD is going to be given by term number 2 minus term number 1. What is your term number 2? Minus 15. What is your term number 1? And then what you get as your T then? You get minus 20. And then you are going to have its own general formula, which says Tn is going to be 5 plus n minus 1 multiplied by minus 20. This one multiplied by this one multiplied by this one, we get minus 20n plus 25. And then now you know which one is the last term. What is the last term? So you come and say we have minus 4175, which is going to be minus 20n plus 25. Take 20, minus 25 to this other side, it becomes minus 4,200, okay? Which is going to be minus 20n. Divide by minus 20, divide by minus 20. And then what you get as your n? And what do you get? 210. So the number of terms that are divisible by 5, they are 210. So try this then, Manje, to show which you really understood what I was saying. Give me the number of terms that are divisible by 3 here. Only the ones that are divisible by 3. I don't want all of them. I want the ones which are divisible by 3.